All right. So here we are.
Yep, we are
All
ready
right.
to rock and roll with Schmid and Gundog. If you're in the chat, let me know that you can hear us. With Schmid and yeah, they can hear me just fine because I can hear myself on the stream. Cool, cool, cool.
Nice. I should
All right.
probably pull up your YouTube channel
Yeah,
because,
and introduce yourself, Jin.
hey, everybody, it's Jen, the Scranton branch member of PRP. Happy to be here with Mike Whalen to commentate on this TTS League game.
Yeah, we've got Schmid over here playing his usual Convo Thralls. Oh, I think he said he took the Thralls out of the list. It's just Dracula and Thralls. And on the other side, we've got Wade, Gundog, playing Shadowland Mephisto. It is pure Shadowland Mephisto. There's no Kingpin options here. We have a Schmid losing priority. I'm going to assume we're going to see a Shadowland Daredevil pick his secures. Yeah, it went up pretty quick, so. And we've got,
Actually, it was his extract, so it was Scrolls and Wedding Party.
interesting. Yeah, I didn't quite see what Schmid had there, but I'm going to lock in here and not move this around too much to make people sick. Okay, so Wedding Party and Scrolls, 20 threat. I feel like Shadowland Daredevil's probably pretty happy with that, right? Because the core is 14 threat with Mephisto, Loki, and then now you've got threat to play with to bring in some quality threes.
Yeah, it'll probably be 2 threes unless they really want to bring in Bullseye. No Abomination though, because obviously I think he's just too many points to make that work.
I didn't quite catch Wade's other models in the list. I saw a Vulture, which I assume doesn't come out. I think Vulture's probably like a Scoundrels play or an APOC play. Um, I didn't quite see if there was a Zemo. I know there was a Nebula. There's a Gladiator in there, which I don't anticipate. I wonder when they actually bring out Gladiator. Is this a
You know,
Gladiator game?
it could be actually, yeah, because if you want to go super tall, yeah, with 20 threat, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, the 4 wide on 20 thread. I could see that being a case. And then, Loki picking up a scroll round one isn't a big deal. He's way tankier than I think he reads on paper. You and I played last week. What was it, last week? You and I played. Loki took
Yep,
quite a few hits from Black Bolt and Gorgon before he went down.
yep, yeah. It takes a considerable amount of effort because of those skulls, right? So yeah, always a challenge to take down Loki, even though you would think he's a pretty squishy wizard guy, but he's not anything but. And then yeah, also like you can also just ping a bunch of random damage to the enemy as well. So, and that's going to be a pretty big deal because what I imagine the wedding parties are going to end up getting closer as the game progresses. So that Loki bubble is going to get more dangerous as time goes on.
Yeah, I think I did a video on this that the wedding parties though, as you move them closer together, they're still super far apart. So it's definitely very different than the Fisks. But yeah, you can definitely move them closer and closer where that Loki bubble would be relevant over time.
Yeah, I mean maybe not like round two, but like by round three, like I could see them being pretty on top of each other.
Yeah, I wonder if Schmid's goal will be to keep them separate throughout the game. I imagine Dracula here for Schmid would be a good call. You have to stand on these at some point, and Dracula's the kind of model that you attack him if he's holding something, he's going to be able to clap back, build power, heal up. I think Dracula's going to be really, really key for him in this matchup.
I would agree, yeah. And if folks haven't played with Dracula in Convocation, he is incredibly great with his counterattack because he gets that free placement upon being attacked, which is really nice. And then I would my worry about Schmidt is that I don't know if he can actually go 4 wide. I think he has to go 5 wide. I think right
Yeah, well, let's see what they
the
got here. We've
complication.
got Drac as expected, Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Magic, Shang-Chi, and Taskmaster. And on Wade's side, he went 5 wide, so he actually went Lady Sif and Bullseye alongside the typical Shadowlands core there. He's got Cruelty, No Mercy, Sack, all according to Plan Brace, which I think those 5 cards at this point are just stock for Shadowland. I think I ran these in all 3 of my games on Saturday. Or actually, maybe even all 4 of my games on Saturday. Jin, you might wonder how I played 4 games in a 3-round tournament, but I lost round 2 so quickly, we played a second game.
That's incredible, Mike.
Yep.
You know, just a great expression of skill is what I will say to that.
We've got on Schmidt's side Warpath, Sack, Ironbound Books, Brace, and Plane of Poldock. So this is going to be interesting to see how Wade does his target prior to this game. And who's picking up round one? Shadowland Daredevil's a great model to just throw on a side scroll who really cares. The ninjas can grab his home scroll and then just hand that back. So he's got like a pretty safe opening. So I'm not sure how Schmid's going to counter. I think there's like a scenario where Gundog can maybe get cute with his deployment and kind of force Dracula to a side that he doesn't want to be on.
Right. And let's see, but Schmid will have like less deployment, so he can really dictate where Dracula goes,
Oh, that's
so
true.
that it's hard to sort of counterplay against him.
I'm also interested to see how Bullseye and Magic play on this map. I don't understand things like Fisk and Wedding Party particularly well. Like a model like Bullseye and Magic to me feel like I'm bringing them to just go die. And I want to see what Schmid does with Magic here because I think maybe I'm too cautious when I'm playing models like that. Or maybe I'm not cautious enough. I have no idea. That's why I like streaming. I
Yeah,
just watch the better players do the thing and copy them.
yeah. I think for Magic, it's obviously the play pattern for it is going to be very dependent on the player's particular attitudes
Yeah.
towards that model. So it could be really aggressive, could be very cagey. I would imagine though the Bullseye just, if he can, just picks up an extract and kind of just sits on the outskirts and just never engage with the other wedding party.
Uh yeah, I don't think he can grab that side scroll though and be on top of the street booth.
Oh yeah, no, it's more like I would say like an opportunity middle of the match to grab it and then sort of like get away with it. The other thing too though is that since Bullseye is very punchable, you could theoretically just take a bunch of damage just to power and all according to plan situation there as well.
Yeah, I imagine Bullseye also is a all according to plan play. If you've got four models, it allows you to power up and play that card without having to take the power off of Mephisto, who ideally you want getting powered up as soon as possible to double beam, do all his shenanigans. We see Loki coming down in the center, presumably range 4 away from Mephisto so that he can move him up and go forth round 1. And on Schmidt's side, we've got Strange in the center and Taskmaster up north, a pseudo across from Mephisto, we'll say. And now
Yep.
placing Shang-Chi down. Schmidt is a really
Yeah.
aggressive player, so I'm going to be really curious here to see how he decides to go at these scrolls and who he wants to pick up and how he's going to create round 1 pressure. He doesn't have a Wong here, so he's going to play a significantly more honest round 1. Although Shadowland Daredevil's round 1 isn't particularly crazy either, but go forth will let Mephisto get 2 attacks off.
Yep. And we'll see if he just tries to chump Taskmaster up there because it seems like that's where he's positioning him at the moment. And Taskmaster, if he doesn't take a lot of damage, he can potentially get 2 good counterattacks off into Mephisto.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see the ninjas go down where they are up north next to Mephisto and Shadowland Daredevil, just because I expected them to be a grab on that Skrull agent. But I guess
So my thinking, Mike, is that the car I think is might be
mm,
making Gundog a little hesitant.
that's true. Sif is a cute one in Shadowland Daredevil because she gets the skull unlocks. I mean, they're not on the Master Swordswoman itself. You'd have to roll out of the skull first, then do Master Swordswoman rerolls. But still, it's a good synergy.
I would say so. Yeah. Not a model that you see often, but she is good, like stat for stats. So like, I'll be curious to see like how she ends up doing in this match.
I like Schmidt's deployment here. If he grabs the North Scroll with Dracula, Mephisto doesn't like attacking into Dracula. Mephisto, I think Dracula can only clap back once, but he's going to be able to add things like Root to Mephisto, which is going to really cripple his economy.
Yeah, yeah, and he's gonna live and die by that power generation.
Absolutely. No Mercy is essentially a card staple to him. All right, looks like the players are ready to go. Everyone's deployed.
Yep.
And we have Wade opening up here with a grab on the home scroll. Notable that I've seen all of the Meatmen in chat shout out Gundog and not a single one shout out Schmid.
We just know that they're a very supportive group. Always cheering on.
Loki's getting pushed here, though it doesn't really matter since he's got the long move.
Yep. Now, does he? I would imagine that he ends up going to one of the secures.
Yeah, I mean he's so tanky, and then you probably want him near someone like a Mephisto offering some level of protection. I assumed Loki was going to be set up round 1 to go forth Mephisto, but he may be hesitant to want to get those attacks off round 1 and see Dracula.
Yeah, and it's not the end of the world if Mephisto doesn't get several attacks off. You can still potentially walk How Can I Be of Service and still get one attack off, which is still a lot for round one pressure.
So what's he measuring here? Is he looking to see Strange can throw the daggers, which are range 5, right? So he's just trying to be slightly out of that range?
Yeah, I think that seems pretty reasonable.
Okay, so that's Loki finishing up. He's just moving back in a really safe position here. I like that because Loki with the long move, it gives him options next round to reposition his team and himself and move the fight where he wants.
Yeah, it's probably good not to make him too vulnerable initially. And I guess Gundog will be much more conservative with that play out. So that's good though, because yeah, both sides are pretty deadly once I'm looking at it again. Now we're going with Shang here, I guess, to pick up a scroll. I mean, he's got forward physical defense, so you can pick this up like relatively safely, I guess.
He's going with Taskmaster, who's going to pick up that north side scroll. And, I mean, he's going to be sitting behind a size 3 container, meaning he's going to break line of sight.
Yep, I
Taskmaster
do
is
like this positioning.
yeah, he's a deceptively tanky model. If Mephisto wants to do his I've come to bargain, he's going to place within one of Taskmaster who's going to have his martial artist up. So, and he'll be able to do incidental damage to him. I kind of like Schmid's team right now into Shadowland Mephisto. Notable
Yep,
that Taskmaster did not get pushed.
yep, 2 crits. Yep, he's doing well on that.
You just got to believe.
All right.
Well, Gundog with a decision here, I guess, between Sif and Bullseye. He looks like he might play it fairly conservatively and not go for that scroll agent. But with Sif gets one attack off round one, it's asking for a lot to daze a Shang-Chi or a Magic who has 6 health now.
Yeah, I would imagine that it's not so much for the damage, but just getting the pushes right, and so they can hopefully win the wedding party point.
Hmm. Neither player is set up here for tremendous round one pressure on the extracts. If anything, Wade's side, where Taskmaster's holding, was set up a little bit better for that, but that size 3 container is doing a lot of work.
Yeah, and I think it's a very hard ass for Wade to Gundog to grab the scroll closest to the scoreboard. I mean, it seems like if you fail, it's going to hurt a lot going into both Magic and Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That'd be a rough scenario because then Shang-Chi gets to double tap you, Magic gets to it probably double tap. Well, definitely double tap you, just a matter of whether it's 4 then 5. Ninja's
Yeah.
going here for Wade. They're just setting up to attack Taskmaster next round. And should we have Shadowlands moving up here? I mean,
Yep.
Wade's in a position where he should be able to win that VIP round one if he wants it, but he's got to be careful with where he positions Mephisto because Mephisto could lose a power. And that's Shadowland Daredevil done, just sitting on that north side VIP.
Yep. Though for Mephisto, if he does want to secure it, though, he can easily just spend all of his power to make sure that he doesn't really lose anything at the end of the round as well.
That is true. I mean, when you're Mephisto, you really want to get that economy going round one and try to accrue tokens. I've been playing a little bit of Shadowland Daredevil, and I've been wondering if I should just be focusing more on trying to get up to 3 Devil Deals tokens rather than doing any kind of energy attacks round one. I'm going to have Johnny on the podcast in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to talk about that, and he's going to teach me how to play it.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to the episode then. I know it's nice to see some new SKUs pop up with the Criminal Syndicate. Such a nice and varied faction. All good. All the leaders are good. I feel like Shadowlands Daredevil was maligned for a while now, but then like suddenly there seems a good resurgence of like this particular kind of beat the down list, and it's good to see.
It's because Shadowland Daredevil is, as the Meatmen would say, a shitbag. He's a shitbag model that doesn't do much for you. Schmid's opting here to double move Shang-Chi and pick up the scroll. I like that. I mean, I think this is an aggressive play with very little downside. I mean, Shang-Chi can get poked for 1 damage from Bullseye, and he's going to count blanks against Sif. Looks like he's going to get really
Yep.
aggressive here and try to be on both the secure and the scroll agent.
Yeah, you can potentially make it there because of that particular piece of terrain.
Are
Um,
you reading the chat too?
oh no,
I know.
what's going on there?
Curtis says, great to see he can lose to get his spot on your podcast. Curtis beat him this week on Nobility Stream, if you didn't see it. It was a really good game. We
Uh,
got to see Curtis has turned into a champion of the people. The former Hellfire player is now playing things like New Mutants, Dormammu. It's the face turn we were looking for. It's like Hulk Hogan after The Rock at WrestleMania, I don't know, 20, whatever that
what?
was.
Well, hopefully we don't have Curtis turn into Hulk Hogan later in life. Rest in peace,
Oh boy.
goat.
Shang-Chi rolling here, he's safe. So now Schmid holding both side scrolls between Taskmaster and Shang-Chi. He'll be able to pick up his home scroll fairly easily. Oh no, he failed that scroll roll. Whoops. I saw him place the check mark down. Chat loves your comment.
Listen, I'm just
Yeah.
speaking the truth here,
So
but still rest in peace, though.
Shang-Chi gets moved, which is actually good for Schmid in the sense that he's not going to be under any round one pressure from Bullseye, which is guaranteed damage. Um, I was a little surprised he opted to push Shang away from damage, but I guess Wade just wants to win the secure, which is worth more than the extract, to be fair.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't want to give Shang-Chi that extra power, to give him that charge, like round one as
Yeah.
well, or round two, I should say. So that could be a consideration too. Like sometimes people just wait to go into Shang-Chi until they're like ready and good, before you really give them a bunch of powerful options.
Yeah, if you look here, this is the kind of thing that separates, a good player from a mid-level player. Wade measuring the range 3 to make sure that next round Shang has to walk an attack. So he's making sure Bullseye's just out of range 3 there. So he's thinking about the same thing you are. Oh, Curtis pointing out if you attack Shang-Chi, he could have bumped onto the point depending on where you moved him.
You see, that's also just good experience against complication as well. Good call out.
Yeah, but I'm more of on Nobility side that it doesn't matter if he's dead. Although the likelihood of killing Shang round 1 with one Lady Sif attack and one Bullseye attack seems not stellar.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Alright, so now Schmid opting to go here
Does this?
with Strange. He's going to get a safe grab on that scroll agent and be able to collapse to a side.
Yep. Do you think he'll take an attack in the bullseye?
Uh, it's... Well, I guess it really depends on whether or not he gets pushed, right? But I don't know how aggressive you really need to be. You've got range 5 daggers.
Hmm.
Hmm. Oh, look, he's
Oh,
he's looking for it.
he's
Schmid,
yeah.
Schmid is an aggressive play. He's the kind of guy that he doesn't seem like he's the guy who should be playing Wizards. He should be playing like Weapon X or I don't know what's the most attrition-y? Shadowland Daredevil. I don't know, something super attrition-y. But I think that's what makes him really strong is that he plays these factions that have good tools in other aspects of the game, but then looks to optimize his attacks. And then you can't spike if you're not making attacks, right? It's something I was trying to explain to Waller when we were at Everwinter. He was playing webs and just run away, be as passive as possible. But if you throw a bunch of 4-die attacks or 5-die attacks, one of those is going to spike, and it's going to set you ahead.
Yeah. It's what was it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Absolutely. Schmid opting to not go with Sorcerer Supreme here. Instead, he's going to go with Magic. Spend 1 to
Nice.
teleport up onto that booth and do a 5-die attack and a bullseye.
Okay, yeah. Rather than try to win the secure, we're just going to try to get rid of models that are on it. Bullseye is weak to Mystic. It looks like a okay attack roll.
Yeah, he's going to pierce there, so he's going to poke 2 through.
Yep, generate some power from magic.
If he does a damage to Magic, does she get to bump on the point?
Yes, I think so because it's a damage from enemy effect, which that just happened. So I think we now.
That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Are we going to be
Interesting.
more conservative? More conservative magic, trying to get out of line of sight. It looks like.
All right. Well, I mean, he's just limiting Lady Sif's options round one here. He's got no targets to attack, so all she can really do is double walk.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now Bullseye does take 2 damage, so that means he is pretty softened up for his range attack if he chooses to go for that.
Curtis, I know he can't win it over Sif, but it just would have been cool for the gotcha. Look what I could do. Sometimes it's about asserting dominance in a different way. He's looking to see if he can get to within range 2 of magic, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get line of sight.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but I personally am very doubtful that he's going to get line of sight to magic at this angle.
I can never tell. I have the spatial awareness of a small child.
It's okay. At least I have better object permanence than I do.
All right, Mephisto moving up here for Wade. He's spending the power to ask if he wants to make a deal. What is it called? Infernal Bargain?
Yep.
All right, so he's going to end up on Taskmaster, who's not counting blanks because this is a mystic attack. 6 into 3.
Yep. So let's see. Looks like he gets it.
Yeah, he's just going to poke 1 damage through because it's only a single damage can. But he's going to get that Devil's Deal token, which is really what he's searching for. He still has an action remaining. I'll be curious to see if he... Oh, he's bumping.
It's a good idea. Tried to avoid the second Infernal Bargain. So now he has to do the energy attack if he wants to. If Taskmaster does get hit by at least 1 damage, he can potentially clap back with 6 dice as well.
Oh, that's a good call.
So yeah, looks like we're going forward with the attack. We'll see if Taskmaster can live. He's taken 1 attack already, so that means I believe Mikey gets 2 extra dice now, right, for this attack, for the defense roll.
Yes, and he gets to roll 6 on the clapback, as you mentioned.
Mm.
No, he's just rolling 4. Do you want to just pull up Taskmaster's card? Let's see.
Yeah, so yeah, Taskmaster should be rolling 5 dice. I'm pretty sure.
I think he added the dice there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he did. Oh no, that's the clapback.
Oh. Okay.
Right? No, I think he just added the dice. So we're safe.
Okay.
Okay, we're
All right.
still in the attack phase.
Yep.
I was reading the card,
So blocking 3 into 3, so no damage. It
but
seems like.
he does add the incinerate because of the wild.
Yep. All right. Going over for
Uh,
Dracula.
yeah, not poking a damage through meant he wasn't able to do the clapback for 6, which
Yep.
we were really hoping for. I love when a good clapback does like 4 damage. Dracula moving up
Yeah.
here for Schmid. He's going to take an attack into Mephisto. Mephisto's opting to spend a deals token to put it into the ninjas, presumably?
Yep. Seems like it. Let's see. Did he spend the token? No, he did not spend the
He
token.
did, Jin,
Or
because
no.
he had 2 tokens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's presumably doing that to avoid getting a root or dangerous condition on his Mephisto.
Yes. Yeah. You would definitely much rather the ninjas take a ancestral blade to the face than Mephisto would.
Yeah, that generates power for Blade, who's gonna Dracula, who looks like he's gonna spend a hypnotics there.
Yep. Oh
Thankfully,
man. Yeah.
players are playing
Blade wishes he was
fast right now,
correct.
which is good. It's hard for me to catch up there. So to recap, we had Dracula move up, attacking a Mephisto, who pawned that off onto the grunts, who died. Generated power for Dracula, who's now moving Shadowland Daredevil off that secure. We've got extracts on Taskmaster, Shang-Chi for Schmid. He'll presumably be grabbing the last scroll agent on his Doctor Strange. Only 1 for Gundog, who's on has it on Loki, hiding behind a car near his deployment. We've just got Schmid left to go with Doctor Strange, and Gundog with Lady Sif.
Yep.
And Schmid doing a great job here preventing Lady Sif from getting an attack round 1, it looks like.
Yeah. So she just double walks to the point. She just ends up losing a power, which is great for Schmid because like that's not a charged master swordsman that's coming your way.
I'll be curious where he decides to put Lady Sif. I mean, if she loses a power, it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, if she has power, if she doesn't lose the power from the VIP, she'll be able to charge Master Swordswoman next round.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a
Yeah.
4-power Sif is going to be very different from 3-power Sif, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
So that it will make a difference here, I think. And
Alternatively, if you're Wade, where do you move Sif to put her in a position to do something next round, but not be on the VIP? Because right,
so,
if you are opening next round as Wade with priority, you'd assume it would be a Mephisto activation.
yeah, I think that is probably a pretty good bet. Um, Especially since we do need to generate the tokens to like get some bodyguards and stuff back up again.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. So where does Sif go, right? Because if she moves towards the VIP, she risks losing a power, and Shang-Chi can start next round as the second activation for Schmid and, potentially stun her and push her. If she moves her not near Shang-Chi, then you risk maybe Strange throwing daggers towards her. So I'm not 100% sure if it's obvious where she positions round one.
I think for terms of points, I think you're going to have to double up her and Bullseye on that because right now Strange, since he's going last, could potentially take out Bullseye with one attack. So in order to make sure you score the 2 points from that particular VIP, you definitely want, I think, to double up bodies on that one.
Mm,
Uh, you can also make sure you stay outside of 3 of Shang so he doesn't get the Phoenix kick immediately either.
that's true.
So that's what I would be thinking. If she was closer, like more towards like the yellow car, and where she can double walk and grab the scroll, maybe you can do that as a risky play if you really want to. But I think it's more important to just like get the VIP this go around.
Yeah, especially since you're down in extract, right? If you're able to
Yeah,
maintain parity via the secures, you feel okay with the score. This is one where like the score can run away from you faster than you realize sometimes. There could be a round where you go down 6-1. So you'd rather not take a loss early on.
agreed. So yeah, I'm sure Wade's thinking about that as well. So let's see what he's come down to. Maybe he's doing something more aggressive, actually.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
looks like he does get line of sight.
Oh yeah, it's close, but I think he just gets it. Yeah, looks good to me. Looks like we do get an attack into magic. That's
All right,
probably the best you can ask for.
5 dice. And is she on the point? She is.
She is on the point, yes.
So he's guaranteed to score that VIP this round.
Yep.
Good hit from
Uh,
Gundog. He does not get a reroll because Magic's not contesting anything. So he's poking 3 through there on that one. And he gets the push.
yep. Does get the push, yes, because you just need a while to push.
She has another trigger on this one too, doesn't she? She gets a
Yeah, it's a
follow-up, but on a crit.
crit. Yep, crit wild, I think, which is pretty hard to hit, I think. Yep. Bumping with
Interesting.
magic.
So he bumped like just a little bit there. What's the advantage of that?
Probably to make sure you're not within 3 of Bullseye, so he can just double tap magic to die.
Hmm. Strange walking up here, picking up the scroll. Let's see if he takes a test. Looks like he's actually leveraging an attack before he picks up.
Ah, that's a
Yeah,
good idea.
that makes sense. Bullseye
Good block, though.
taking 1 here.
Yep.
It was 6 dice, so yeah, there's a condition on that, right? Yeah, a poison.
Yep. As long as you do damage, you will give him a poison.
Sean says keeping magic close enough to threaten Bullseye. Yeah, she's got enough power. Yeah, she could just teleport 3 in and just punch him next round. Looks
Yep.
like Strange grabs the scroll, takes the test, passes, and chooses to stay where he is. That means next round he'll start with 4 power, so he'll be able to teleport range 3 to towards either secure and threaten any model he wants.
Yep, and because Gundog is winning this particular VIP, the first VIP closest to the scoreboard, Schmid will be able to move it somewhere like more advantageous for him. So potentially close to Strange if he just wants the easy teleport there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got last activation next round, assuming that Wade doesn't kill anything. I guess that is pretty important there. So he would be able to just walk Strange and teleport someone away if he wants to win it.
Yep.
So we've got 3-3. We've got extracts on Shang-Chi, Taskmaster, and Doctor Strange for Schmid. Extract on Loki for Gundog. And Gundog with... Uh-oh. We got sticky
Oh,
fingers.
that. I think they're trying to flatten out the token because it was
Oh.
unangled.
Physics.
One of the fun things of TTS hijinks.
I want to see those Gundogs in the chat every time he dazes a Schmid model. We gotta keep that energy up.
Excellent.
Okay, so Gundog with priority here. He's got one token on his Mephisto. He had to use it last round to save Mephisto from a potential root. So if you're Gundog and you've got priority, do you go with Mephisto and you try to take down Taskmaster, who's incinerated? And maybe if you place off of him, right, you're making Dracula choose between going after Mephisto or going after a model who's scoring the VIP.
Yeah, I think going with Mephisto would open up a lot more options personally. Especially since I think the biggest threat right now is Dracula. Like he will two attacks in the Mephisto will be pretty rough.
Yeah, especially if he does he's choosing to go first with Loki. He go fourth Daredevil. It's interesting.
Oh, doesn't quite make it onto the point, unfortunately, but that's okay.
That's all right. He puts him in a position where he can block for Mephisto, attack, score the point, not have to walk as far. Gives him some
Yep.
options here. Because Loki's choosing to move towards the south secure. I think
Attacking Strange, it seems like.
yeah, and he's probably one of your better options for getting an extract off Shang-Chi as well. Good hit going
Ooh.
into Doctor Strange. We've got 2 crits coming in. 4 successes so far to 4 blocks though for Schmid. He does have skulls, so he'll take 1 damage from that.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's gonna poke through 1 damage here. Or 2 damage. It's difficult to
Uh,
do the Loki math because of the
oh
skulls. I'm
no,
confused.
he's got no.
He's
He
got 8
counts the your skulls
successes.
too.
Yes.
He has 8 successes, so it's
Yeah.
actually pretty chunky.
Yeah, math is hard. So we have 8 into 4, so he's gonna take 4 plus the ping damage.
Yes, and he also gets the bamboozle trigger, I believe, so he gets to root him and move him as well. I think.
Oh, that's rough.
Yep, that was a really good attack roll,
Yeah, I
and
mean, if
and
you're
a
Schmid, I wonder if he's thinking at all about the reroll all. It would feel a little risky because yes, you're gonna reroll away those skulls, which are successes for Wade, but you've got 4 blocks, which is a lot. It's hard to ask for more.
yeah, I'm not sure if rerolling would be great here because like getting 4 blocks on this many dice is really good. So, um, no, actually, you know what? I think maybe you do take the reroll because yeah, if it's 2 more hits because of the skulls, then
Well,
if you get
he's put the power on, so Schmid's accepted it. What? He took 3 damage. Oh, am I? Is the math wrong?
what am I?
Oh, it was a
Let's
reverse
see.
Pierce. Oh, good
Oh,
catch.
right. Yeah, yep.
Good catch,
Thanks,
Chet.
everybody.
Oh, these 2 models are going to be tough to figure out.
Yeah.
Reverse Pierces, counting skulls only on your opponent.
Yep.
We have to give who caught that first? Eric S. Shouts to Eric S. Good catch.
Thanks, Eric.
Uh, so we saw the bamboozle trigger, and then now a convocation leadership looks like it's about to come into play.
Yep.
I mean,
Schmidt's
Loki.
considering bumping forward.
Yeah, Loki could opt to use cruelty, but I feel like he might want to save that for a better moment.
Yeah, also I'm not particularly wild about a mystic attack going into Strange who can reverse pierce and reroll all dice,
Yeah, I think you typically, I mean, Cruelty's best user on Gundog's side is Loki, but I don't think that's the model you probably want to do it to. Right now, Loki's in the bubble where he's got two models next to him, so if Strange opposite attack either of them, he could be eating some skull damage.
Yeah. I would also imagine that maybe you want to like finish off Strange with someone that doesn't have an extract as well to pick up
Yeah.
the scroll that he's holding.
There's also a sacrifice on the board, so using Cruelty here might be a little risky.
Yeah.
And he's
I
not going
mean,
to
yeah,
yet.
Magic is also happy to take a cruelty shot, as well.
Yep. So that was Loki. He had go forth Daredevil up towards that point. Daredevil now in range to be Mephisto'd, bodyguarded if he needs to, if Mephisto needs to do that. And the initiative is back over to Schmid. He's got two characters who's taken a lot of damage here, 4 out of 6 on both Magic and Strange. But he's got 3 extracts. And even though Taskmaster's incinerated, the math on him is still pretty decent to Mephisto.
Yeah, the first attack will probably be the most crucial because he doesn't get martial arts from this range. He's only going to be rolling 2 dice. So you would be hoping as Gundog to hopefully spike Taskmaster with the first attack.
Yeah, Ron says in the chat that there's a chance now Schmidt can steal priority if he has some models go down. Oh. Wade does have a card that lets him cheat on that. But I don't think he's going to be able to have the power this round, maybe generated to make that effective use of that.
Let's see. At the moment, yeah, it's going to be close if we get there.
Looks like Schmidt is considering a magic activation here.
I mean, maybe Gundog is okay with that because that means he can daze the model and not lose priority either.
Schmidt
Loki's also
well,
in range too for the bubble to
yeah,
ping their. Yeah.
but it looks like he might move Strange up and just teleport Loki away so that he doesn't have to worry about that bubble.
Well, that's just a good move, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's got 8 power on Strange, right? So he can teleport himself, then teleport someone else.
Yep, and still make 2 attacks if he wants to. But I don't think. Well, I think given the line of sight for Sif, she probably won't be able to be targeted by Strange.
I mean, imagine Schmidt would want to hold Strange's activation given that he is one of the 3 models holding scrolls alongside Shang-Chi and Taskmaster. But it really reduces the effectiveness of his aggression with Loki being down there. That ping damage really adds up. He's choosing to go with
Oh,
Magic, who's teleporting up range 3.
yep.
She's on to the point, and she's going to take a swing into Bullseye. Last Saturday, I killed a model who was alive on 2 with a Daredevil, I'm sorry, a Bullseye ping and a Loki ping. It felt
Oh,
really good. All right, we're
that
seeing
is pretty
5
gross.
into 2, 5 into 3. So 2.
5 and a 2.
2.
So yeah, that's definitely bullseye.
No blocks, 2 damage, so Bullseye's going to go down. 2 skulls on the side of Magic, so she's going to take 1 damage from that.
Yep. And then from there, Schmidt can teleport using the bump.
So Magic alive on 1.
Looks like Darkchild, I think, into Sif.
Yeah, if you're going to go out with a bang, right?
Yep.
So what is it? 6 Mystic into Sif is 3 with DR, and a Loki behind her who presumably kills Magic if she rolls a skull here.
Ooh, good roll for offense.
4 successes on Schmidt's side with a crit rolling in here. No blocks for Gundog. It's going to be 5 successes, which is going to be 4 damage into Lady Sif, and the
Yep.
skull means a dead Magic. Now let me ask you, is there any consideration here? I mean, Gundog's committed to it. He's killed Magic with the skull there. Is there any consideration that leaving her live on 1 to let you, like, an easier days in a future round?
I would say this would make sense if the score was going so fast that we would, but because the score pacing is only like it seems like 3 per at the moment, it'll probably be a little more this round. Like I think the game's going slow enough that you're probably okay just dazing her and maybe getting her off the board next round.
Fair enough. Looks like Gundog's going to be activating Lady Sif here. Now that she's got 8 power, so she can charge. She has access to Master Swordsman if she needs to, which is a range 2. She's also got her Spender. Remind me of what the Spender does.
Oh, the spender is a throw potentially, I think, and a movement as well if she gets the trigger she needs.
Yeah, 7 dice,
Uh,
range 3. So no Master Swordswoman here, but she will have
yep,
access to the Skull reroll because of the leadership, Strange holding. Again, Schmid has extracts on Taskmaster, Shang-Chi, and Doctor Strange. We're seeing the Spender come in here, 7 dice into 4 or 3.
yep,
Good hit from Gundog. 3
uh,
successes and a crit coming in. 2 blocks on Doctor Strange.
yep. Triggers on a a hit, so they do have the triggers. So there is a throw and a follow-up advance.
We're seeing the reroll all from Doctor Strange here. Not good enough to save him. Strange goes down. And Lady Sif will be able to pick up. She'll be alive on 1 after this if she doesn't shake. She still has 1 action remaining, right? Because she used 1 action to charge.
Mm-hmm.
She does have a Shang-Chi threatening her, but he'll have to walk and attack. You'd love to see the Gundogs in the chat.
Yep.
Sif opting to use her second action to just walk around and grab.
All right, and then presumably take the test. Right there, you go.
I didn't quite catch. Was he outside of range 1 to pick up? Or did he... Oh, he's safe anyway.
No, no, he's good because remember, you get the free advance from the
That's
hitting the
what it
trigger.
is. Yep.
Yeah, so you still have an action left. So, and I think they did shake the bleed, so it looks like they're good.
Yeah, really effective round there for Lady Sif. Doing exactly what he needed. Dazing a model, holding an extract, able to shake the bleed, get out of range of Shang-Chi. Good stuff, Gundog.
Yeah, solid play there. So it looks like going to be an advance, and this will be a Phoenix kick potentially into Sif. She'll have cover.
She has incinerates, 1 less die, so 3 with cover and DR.
Just 2, I think, right?
Oh, she's
Hold on.
4-3-3. You're right.
4 through 3, yeah. Oh, might have been rolling too many dice, actually. Uh-oh.
Has cover, so she's blocking two successes right now on Schmidt's side.
Yep. Well, hopefully they'll catch that in the next time that happens. Oh no, they're catching that now. Good, that's good. So yeah, down 2 dice. Yep, with cover, so no damage to Sif.
Okay, he does place on the secure. So right now he is tying it with Gundog.
Yep, and let's see, did get a skull. So is there a ping potentially?
He didn't do it. There might be. I mean, he's got 2 power, so there's not a lot to lose on that. But he might
Yeah,
be
I mean,
saving the
like,
Loki power for next round. I'm not sure. Okay, Shadowland Daredevil
okay.
Dracula. We'll come back to
Oh
that
boy,
point in a second. Not a great hit here.
great block.
Yep, good blocks by Dracula. Now he can't clap back unless he takes damage, right?
Yeah, because he needs the 2 power to be able to do it. So if Dracula takes no damage, that means that the ninjas will just come in and they'll just do a swing into him.
Yeah,
Now.
He doesn't have power, but just for future reference. The ninjas now strike. Ninjas doing ninja things. 2 successes so far, so poking 1 through at the moment. Shadowland reroll. 3 successes, poking 2 through on Dracula.
Yep.
We now have clapback money if we want it.
Yep. And the clapback doesn't require damage. It just needs to be a resolve against him. So as long as he has 2 power, he can initiate a clapback.
No, it looks like he's... Okay. I was curious what Gundog was measuring there. It looked like he was measuring range 1 off Mephisto, but I couldn't quite tell. I'm going to zoom in now that we've got the action more centralized. If you're just joining us now, we have extracts on Taskmaster and Shang-Chi for Schmid, and on Lady Sif and Loki for Gundog. Gundog has his extracts on the south VIP, where Schmid has them on the north VIP. I'm sorry, I lied. Shang-Chi also has one on the south VIP.
Correct.
Doctor Strange, Schmid had 3 round 1 after some aggressive plays, but Gundog's evened it up here. And I would have said he was ahead in the attrition because he's got Strange and Magic days at the moment. Looks like we do see a clapback coming here from Schmid.
Makes sense.
A little bit of a whiff here. He needs this to convert, and he does. Okay. So he does kill the ninjas. What do you
Yep.
think about using the clapback on the ninjas here?
I think it's a good idea because that means it's going to be one less like free body that Mephisto can, meet my servant instead.
Absolutely. And he's able to get the power back. So he's at 3 power, which is a good place to be for Dracula.
Yep. And additionally, though, this does mean for Daredevil's sake, though, he doesn't have to worry about the clapback since it's once per turn. So now, doing a bump, it looks like.
Looks like he bumped to be just outside. Oh, still within range 2 of Daredevil.
Okay. So I would consider doing the pursuit baton here just to get on the point, just to make sure you win it.
Yeah, the thing is that Dracula does have power for Hypnotic Stare at this point.
Oh, true, yeah.
So it's tough to say. And now he's going to get his grunts back, though, on this attack.
Yep.
So he will
Oh,
have
no, it
body
looks
cover.
like... No, he looks like he's doing the pursuit attack, actually, that we just talked about.
Interesting.
Yep, forcing Dracula to hopefully spend that power, I guess, if he really wants to.
Yeah, I mean, better to spend it into moving Shadowland Daredevil than, I guess, killing his Mephisto.
Yep. Now, yeah, if Schmid doesn't sequence the attack correctly, and like bows him too early, you could see him bring back in for a bodyguard. So he just wants to be careful of that.
So Schmid is currently testing that out right now. It looks like if he bows him, there's no way to get him outside of range 3 of Mephisto. So that Devil's Deal token, essentially making sure that that the order of operations is super important here. Look at that, he's considering maybe moving Mephisto. So if Shadowland Daredevil wants to take the attack, he's got to come off the point. I love that. That's a really smart play. So it's Hypnotic Stare
Nice.
coming
I
in from
like it.
Dracula. So now Gundog has to choose between VPs or protecting his Mephisto. All right,
Yep.
that's 7 into 3.
Oof. This is going to be really scary. All right, 2 crits to roll in.
Well, he's currently blocking all of the successes from Schmidt's side, but looks like we're going to poke one through here.
Yep, and he gets the hit for the trigger. So that means there'll be a conditions applied. Looks like a root.
Yeah, I think root
Yeah.
is the very obvious one here that really hurts his action economy. I'm sorry, his power economy.
Yeah. No, agreed. It's super brutal.
All right, he's doing another attack into Mephisto.
Oh, not huge hits from Schmidt, but good enough to do a decent amount of damage
Poking
since
3
there were no
through.
blocks.
He's poking 3 through at the moment. He'll be able to add another condition. Remind me what else he gets. He gets bleed, and there's a few others he can do. Hex.
There's a hex one as
Yeah.
well. That's also really, really impressive.
He opts for bleed here, which will give some more power and healing to Dracula. Nate in the chat calls out that bowing Mephisto actually creates a larger distance than bowing the smaller base model, which is also a good point.
Yeah, so I think actually Mephisto might be outside of range 3, potentially of It's close. But also the other thing now is that you're within 2 of Taskmaster, so if you do want to attack him, unfortunately that means that he is going to get his martial artist as well. So that was actually doubly cool from Schmidt to place him there.
Okay, he's going with Mephisto at the moment. I see him spending, it looked like 2 power there to place, or 3 power rather, to place off Dracula. He's going to ask him, offer him a bargain.
Yep.
All right. Good hit. Not that it matters. We just need to do 1 success to get a token.
Yep. So we're going to generate another Devil's Deal token, and now I assume Schmidt will do a clapback for 2 power.
Yeah, what's good here for Schmid is that if you choose the spender, and he wants to sack that into Shadowland Daredevil, you get to throw Shadowland Daredevil.
And he doesn't get to count his blanks against that attack either.
Correct. If you choose to keep it in Mephisto, then you're eliminating essentially 2 actions off Mephisto. So it's a great spot for Dracula to be in. He's choosing the bump first. Perhaps to set up a better throw angle. And let's
Yeah,
see, because the clapback is 3 power or 2. Either way, he's got 7 power, so it should be enough for everything he wants to do, right?
yeah. So 2 power for the clapback, then 4 power for the spender,
Yep.
which 6 power in total, which just happened.
Yeah, we see the 6 power come off, and Mephisto spending 2 and a token to put that into Shadowland Daredevil.
Yep. Yeah, place him in a way so that he doesn't get thrown into Mephisto if possible, since there is a throw attached to this.
Good hit.
Ooh, good hit. Very good hit.
At least 5 successes. 5 successes on
Ooh,
Schmid's side. No blocks for Shadowland Daredevil.
that is rough. Yeah, so 5 alive on 1, but then forcing to see if they want to do a brace or not.
Yeah, be curious if he opts to spend it. No, he chooses. I think that's the right call there. Let him daze. Because that brace is not saving you a VP or an activation. That's an easy. Curtis says that didn't feel worth attacking. Oh, you're saying from Gundog's side it wasn't worth attacking Dracula.
Yeah, I would have probably, honestly, I probably would have considered just walking and just, shooting a flame like into Taskmaster instead.
Well, it puts him on a point, and now he's got 2 shots in a Taskmaster who doesn't have Martial Artist. So he gets 2 6-die attacks into a model with 2 defense dice, not Martial Artist. And he gets to then use his Devil Deal token to potentially do another damage or 2. So I actually don't hate it. He's got to generate
Yep.
power because it costs 1 to ask a question. I don't remember the names of the attacks, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna make up names here.
Okay, let's.
Yep. So now we are seeing that attack. So if he does 2 attacks, he'll have the power to do just 2
Ooh.
successes into 1 block for Taskmaster. Remember, he's got a crit and a reroll. Crit doesn't convert,
Yep, reroll does convert.
so we're poking 2 through on Taskmaster. Schmid is now going to
Okay.
bump into martial artist range, which is fine. Now, it might be greedy, but you could maybe do. Oh no, you have to do. You have to do your gainer, right? Because you need to be able to.
Let's see, counterattack. Nothing there, so no damage into Mephisto from that.
What I was gonna say, Jin, is, do you do the 6-die Mystic here? Do 1 damage, quote unquote, fairly easily, generate a token, or do you do the 6-die and hope to push through 2 damage to make your Devil's Deal a little bit easier to get that KO? Looks like he's
Oh,
choosing to
that's
deal now.
yep. Probably a good idea so that you don't get counterattacked here.
That's true. Looks like he'll sap a power and do a damage.
Yep. All right. So unfortunately, that means that we can't just do a bargain attack to finish it out. So
Yeah, but I think
does
that's
he
okay.
Hellfire Lash?
If you just do 2 damage here, you're alright. Currently 3 successes into
Ooh,
1 block.
blocking
So,
3.
uh,
Martial artist.
oh right, he bumped into martial artist range. Oh boy. So he
Yeah,
needs
yeah.
this reroll to convert, which he doesn't. So that's 4 successes on Wade's side, 3 for Taskmaster. So not quite enough to do it.
Leaves him alive on 1 and a
Uh,
potential huge
well,
counterattack
hold
now
on. He does
from.
have. This might be the cruelty.
Oh, true, true, true.
He does have 2 power. He won't be able to pick up, unfortunately, after cruelty. There it is. Yep.
Yep.
So you're doing it to essentially save Mephisto from potentially going down here, and maintain parity on the secures.
Yep. It will give Schmid priority though, but that's probably okay for this instance. Oh, good block so far.
It is a Mystic attack, so 2 blocks right now on Schmid's side, and three successes
Ooh,
on Gundog. Is he one shy? Because you can't use your
he is
Shadowlands reroll on that.
correct. Yeah, so Schmid does block it all, so that means Taskmaster is in a great spot to counterattack for 6 dice.
He doesn't have the power to do so, though, right? Or did he just spend it? Oh, he just spent
He
it.
just
Okay.
spent it.
All right.
He just spent it. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, Gundog, I'm so sorry. That sucks.
You say it sucks, but I do love seeing a good Taskmaster counterattack.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah, yeah.
Mephisto going down on his own activation.
Yeah, now I would say that Schmidt's in the attrition lead.
Yeah, to recap where we are right now, Lady Sif is holding an extract as alongside Loki for Gundog. Lady Sif's got 4 damage and Incinerate on her, though. And on Schmid's side, we've got it on Taskmaster, who's alive on 1, and a completely healthy Shang-Chi. But there's nothing threatening Taskmaster this round. So Schmid should be able to score. He's definitely scoring the secure on the north side. And on the south side, they are tied.
Yep.
So Schmid should go up 2 here. You know, Gundog's in a rough spot in terms of attrition where Mephisto and Shadowlands went down this round. Bullseye you sort of expected to. But you did take out Magic. You've got Taskmaster on 1. And you dazed Supreme Strange here. Next round, Schmid presumably opens up with Ironbound Books, which is going to make your swing back with Mephisto. I'm sorry, with some of those models a little bit more difficult. But I mean, Mephisto is rolling energy, so he doesn't care that much about Ironbound Books.
Yeah. It's going to be more apparent for the other ones that we're hoping to finish off Strange next round, because if books are up, that means that he's going to be able to reverse pierce a lot of attacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter in the chat about what Gundog should or shouldn't have done. This is one of those things I would want to go back and sit down and really think about the lines that he took there. Not because I think they were inherently wrong, because I genuinely would want to think through what all the lines were to find the optimal one.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
So
I think both players are also playing lists that have a lot of levers you're pulling and a lot of decisions to be made. I played the Shadowlands list last weekend. I played it quite poorly.
eh,
So like that's. I mean, I beat you, yes,
well, that listen. ah, no comment.
but that list was there was a lot more. Listen, I was comfortable playing things like Steve 1, where the lines are very straightforward, and I've been playing webs lately, which is also surprisingly felt more straightforward than playing Shadowland Daredevil.
I would agree with that. Yeah, because they have a overarching game plan, and you're just trying to see when you need to deviate from that, right?
Yeah, so let's catch up where we are. We've got VIP movement on the north side towards Shadowland Daredevil and Mephisto. Again, we've got the extracts on Taskmaster and Shang-Chi. Schmid opted to move Taskmaster into a pretty safe position where if Gundog wants to chase him down and get him, he's going to be giving up secure, doing so. And we've got Schmid opening up here with Ironbound Books, paid for by Magic. Gundog does have priority here, but I'm not sure that the lines are obvious as to what he should do because Mephisto is currently sitting on no Devil's Deal tokens. He's got no way to really move that Dracula without attacking him, and Dracula is sitting there. He very much wants to be hit. On the south side, where you've got 2 extracts between Shang-Chi, all 3 Shang-Chi, Lady Sif, and Loki, that might be the place you want to open up with. He's not in a position, though, to hit Doctor Strange. So I'm not sure there's an obvious opening line here for Gundog.
Yeah. Um,
Like, you could say maybe you want to open up with Lady Sif just so she doesn't go down. I don't think you're worried about Taskmaster running away, but you are a little worried about Dracula punching your Mephisto.
yeah, I'd be very concerned if Mephisto just kind of goes down like this particular round.
Yeah, I mean he does have sacrifice, which won't help him because Shadowland Daredevil's not within 2, so ignore that.
Yeah. So we're just gonna walk up and yeah, just do 2 power just to do a mystic attack in the Taskmaster. We're just trying to do
Uh,
1 damage anyway. Using the
yeah.
how can it be of service? I'm gonna roll 6 mystic dice into his 3, and hopefully just
2. Oh no, he was incinerate. Oh, he shook the incinerate.
he shook it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good hit. So he will poke the one through.
Yep.
So he still has an action available to him. Punching Dracula seems like a pretty bad idea.
I would agree. Yeah, because low power Dracula is the least scary Dracula by far.
Looks like he's just gonna walk. Oh no, sorry. There's a push here because he missed the scroll roll. I mean, Wade does have another action to fix whatever Schmidt decides to do here, but
Yeah, we can potentially just see Schmid just push Mephisto. Ooh, nope, not off the board. But at least make it so that it's hard for him to move once to get back onto the point. So now it forces Shadowlands to be the one that has to like take that, and obviously Dracula's going to win that exchange.
looks like he's moving just to be at just outside range 2 of Dracula. And that's Mephisto. So he did the easy job of taking down Taskmaster. I mean, at least for Gundog, Dracula has to walk and attack someone. He's not going to get a whole lot of value out of his 2 actions.
Yep.
Not, but you
So
don't
yeah,
really need
force.
to. So
Yeah, I think he's probably very happy with just the one attack because no matter what, there's no control on that side. So Dracula's just going to win that winning point.
yeah, that was the thing I have not liked about dabbling with Shadowland Daredevil lately is that the plan B is just to keep rolling dice. Uh,
Yep.
so if you make a bad, if you're like me, you make some bad decisions, and you just want to throw to get someone out of the way. You don't really have that. All right, so we've got one extract on Schmidt's side on Shang-Chi. Looks like he's considering opening up a Doctor Strange here. Strange has got 10 power, so he's going to
Oh.
be able to teleport and teleport someone else.
Yep.
There's definitely a world here where he takes down Sif, neuters Loki by teleporting him away, and if he can generate the power, move someone else. Curtis is calling for the area attack. I'm not sure what that. I know there's a heal on that, right? Isn't there a heal on that?
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't hurt your friends at all, and you potentially can heal them some damage and conditions. But I don't think there's anyone to heal there right now,
No.
actually. So really, it's just to you know, just try to spread out damage between the multiple targets.
Okay, we just saw 10 power come off, so I guess we are seeing the area attack because it is 6 power, right, for that?
Yes.
It's interesting.
So if you have 10 power, you can teleport and do the spender.
Okay, so he's spin ring first into Lady Sif.
Yep. So she only has 3 dice. This is a base 6 dice, and he's got the ability to reroll all.
She's incinerated.
She
So,
is.
and it looks like Schmidt's gonna poke the damage through. Well, he
No, it's
was.
going to reroll
Oh, she's
everything.
DR.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah,
now we're
that'll
gonna
get
get the
her.
damage through. Yep. So down goes Sif. And remember, after this area attack is over, he's still gonna have power. Oh, that was into Bullseye.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, now into Loki. Is there any
Oh, this
triggers
will
or anything?
be.
Oh, there was a sack into Bullseye. No blocks for Loki except for the skull on Schmidt's side at the moment. So blocking
Yep.
1 with 3 successes on Schmidt's side, so poking 2 through. Although reroll
Oh,
all
it's
comes
going to
in.
reroll everything. Yep, just try to unlock that skull out. Uh,
4 successes now for Schmid, but he's added in 2 blocks. So takes 2 on
yep.
Loki. We'll see if we see a ping damage come out. Does Doctor Strange heal himself on this attack too? So pinging him would be worthless, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I need to double check that
So,
because I always forget if it's other.
it's
Um,
after each attack is resolved, remove 1 from this character. Okay. Yeah, so pinging
yeah,
him
so
for a
it's not
damage.
not
Yeah,
worth
he
it.
he chooses to do it. It could be either Wade's not sure. I mean, it is a wild shield, so it's not the easiest thing. Now Strange is rolling into Sif. She should be rolling 2 dice, but does have DR.
Yep. Okay, seems
Poking,
pretty good. So
poking
so
just
far
won't
only
move.
1 damage.
Reroll all.
Oh, is there a reason he's only rolling 5 dice? I'm a little confused there, but okay. Oh no, this is just a normal builder. I apologize. Right.
Right, because
Yep.
of the sack, remember?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is the second action, which was the builder, and Sif is alive. It seems like.
Alright, so that was Strange's activation. I mean, he KO'd Bullseye, which is one less model that can pay for according to plan, which is nice. Not that, I mean, Shadowland Daredevil has 8 power on him at the moment.
All right. So let's see. I wonder with Gundog if he just wants to get rid of magic and just make sure she doesn't have an activation either.
What is Schmid holding? He's got Sacrifice available, so he can divert an attack away from magic if he wants to.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Gundog down on cards now. Just Brace and all according to plan left. Not a lot of options for Brace though, right? Just
Yeah. I'm looking at the list and I'm just like the Shang-Chi reactively throws you and the Dracula Spender, and that's about it.
Waits has Sif, Loki, and Shadowlands to go. At least with now that Strange is sitting there, you could go with Loki and try to KO Strange. Might be a little bit difficult given that we've the reverse Pierce is up. Or I think I like your line of just maybe eliminating magic if you can.
Yeah, I think so, just like Sif's on 1 health, like just let her take an activation, just like generate some power and do some stuff.
Looks like we're seeing something happen here.
Yep, looks like a mass swordsman to somebody. I'm not sure if it's going to be Shang-Chi or magic. I presumably it's going to be magic or strange. Looks like 5 dice, so I think this will be into Doctor Strange. Gets the reroll. Yep, converts him. So now we're looking at 3. This does give him a push, which will be very good to maybe limit some sacrifice.
Is there a reverse Pierce if it's Strange?
Oh, there is. Yes.
Yeah.
So does Schmid reroll everything? Because he also is suffering a ping damage potential from Loki as well.
No, there's no ping damage when you're being attacked.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the reverse Pierce would knock one out, and he would take
1 damage in that case if you just reverse pierce the 1.
chooses the bump. So she's no longer in range 2. She does have power to charge if she wants to, but she spends 2, so we're gonna see either a Master Swordsman or a charge here.
I would like to see just Mass Swordsman attack into magic. That looks like that's what's happening.
Yes.
Yep.
Great hit.
Ooh, this yep, no reverse pierces from magic. Oh my god.
She's gone.
Gundog!
That was, I mean, that's a really good activation because now Strange has only 4 life left. So you're in range where Loki, you're rolling more defense if you're Strange, but Loki's able to potentially ping you and count your skull. So there's a good chance that Loki might be able to take down Doctor Strange here once it comes back around to Gundog.
Yeah, it's not outside the realm of possibility at this point.
If you're painting right now, Taskmaster's been dazed. We've got an extract just on Shang-Chi, who's not injured at all for Schmid. And on Gundog's side, we've got extracts on Mephisto, Lady Sif, who's alive on 1, and Loki, who's taken 2 damage. Bullseye's KO'd for Gundog, Magic's KO'd for Schmid, and Doctor Strange is on his injured side. I wonder I wonder if Schmid there was thinking that it was unlikely for Master Swordsman to poke through on that. Because he did have the sacrifice available.
Yeah, the sacrifice was available, but I think just because Ironbound Bookstorm, because magic can do the reverse pierce just like Strange can, Probably figured that a 5 dice, even with Mass Swordsman, didn't seem likely to kill,
Yeah.
magic.
Hindsight is 50-50.
Yeah, I think it was reasonable for Schmidt not to sacrifice there, personally.
So now Schmidt has Strange. I'm sorry, not Strange. Shang and Dracula to go. 2 models on Gundog side. Who do you
Yep. And
who
these
do you
are
go with
very
here?
high impact models.
Yeah, Shang finally is on charge power. There's a world where maybe you go into Loki to try to take that activation away and deny a VP. It's a little bit of
I
a
think,
tall ask I mean, 5 damage isn't crazy, but he is counting your skulls, so like I don't know how that works out mathematically.
yeah, I think going to Loki makes a ton of sense because you can easily just use the 1 inch punch to just deny Sif the current point that she's on. So as long as you daze Loki, that means that you deny him points. He can't go forth on Sif to put her back on the point, stuff like that. So I think that's a lot of upside if you just want to go into Loki with Chong at this point.
Eric says at least he gets the books back. What's the timing on that? He's played Ironbound books, a model KO'd. How does he? Like, what's the timing for getting the books back? Does a
Oh,
model have to daze a KO in the following round? It looks like we're seeing.
so I think if the timing is done correctly, that they should be able to get it back. I'm going to double check the books. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to return the card as soon as the thing is KO'd. So after the effective resolve, where the person gets KO'd,
Okay.
then you return it to your team tactics cards.
Yes.
So
Nate points that out in the chat as well. Okay, good.
yep. So I'm not sure if Ishmit called that out, but I feel that, like, I don't know. Well, I'm not sure because he's put it in the dice tray. So we'll just assume they have that talk or not.
Okay, looks like Schmid is going to activate Shang-Chi here and presumably charge into Loki. He's trying to figure out if he can be within 1 of the point. It looks like he's good. I think TTS physics might make that difficult, but Gundog's a classy guy. Oh, we're good. He's on the VP. All right, so that's gonna be 6. I assume physical into Loki.
Yep. Yeah, look, he's one of those few profiles that actually
Oh,
does
look, no,
have.
he might be. So he's considering a few things here. Looks like he was measuring potentially to punch Sif and push Loki.
Oh, I see. Yeah, just to get the
Yep,
stun.
yeah, he's going
Yeah,
into he's going into Sif. Well, I'll
makes
push
sense.
Loki out of range too, so no skull damage. 2 successes right now for Schmid. Blocked by Gundog. Pokes the 1 through that he needs though. So he's going to be able to deny the VP from Gundog, and now he's spending the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon money to push Loki away.
You mean Five Elements Fist?
That's the one.
Okay.
Sometimes I start a sentence, I'm not 100% sure I know where it's going, so we just finish the sentence and let the color commentator correct me. That's why you're here, Jen.
Thanks. I do what I
Chat
can.
Chat is here to correct all of the misses that we have.
Yep.
He's got a decision to make whether he wants to just stun Loki or push him outside of range 3. He's considering a few options here.
I honestly don't hate just stunning him here because you can still punch him in again and move him with the next attack.
That's true.
Or actually, from that angle, I'm not sure if you can,
No,
but we'll see.
he will the oh yeah, you're saying maybe he can't push him? Yeah.
It's close. He might be able to. I think because of the structure of the trapezoid, like he might be okay actually.
Yeah, so he does push him. He's gonna stun Loki. Loki's not a fan of that. And then Loki's gonna ding Shang-Chi for damage for oh my, what a pity.
Yep.
So right now the extracts are on Mephisto and Loki. With Gundog, no way to get any more this round. And Schmid is now attacking with another 6 dice into Loki.
Yep. Starting off with 2 crits. Uh, just getting the one, but he does get the stagger, which is a very important trigger to hit.
Yeah, so now I'm sorry, Loki is staggered, stunned, has 3 damage on him. And now he's got a decision to make about VP scoring here, is because right now, at the moment, Schmid is scoring 3 with Shang-Chi, but it's also not out of the realm of possibility that he just kills Shang-Chi with 1 attack. He's going to see here if he can push him out of range. That would be rough. Yeah, looks like
Yep.
he's going to be good on that. The angle looks like it's fine.
Yeah, he still might be within 3 though. Actually, though, given the distance that he is able to push him.
Yeah, we'll see here. If he's within 3, I think you're okay with that as Gundog.
Yeah, you just take the attack.
Looks like
Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
I think he's just out. Oh, no, just in.
Yeah. Sometimes we can visually measure this.
So
All
that
right,
was
so yeah, I think you
Shang-Chi's
just
activation. And now we go over to Gundog, who's got Shadowlands and Loki left. Loki shaking his stagger. So he can go for the safe play here and just tie the point, which looks what that's what he's considering.
yep, which is fair.
Yeah, I mean, he's denying 2 VPs for Schmid, doesn't want to let the gap get further away, especially with Schmid having Dracula um, being healthy on that side and Shadowlands having no way to displace Dracula. I think he needed to do that. Rolling into Shang-Chi would have been pretty risky, given that Shang counts blanks. And there was a world where Schmid would have scored 4 VPs from Secures this round, which you definitely don't want. So 1 extract for Schmid is on Shang-Chi, who's tying a point right now with Loki. It looks like he's considering moving Dracula towards Loki. He's not going to be able to hit him, though.
I think he will
Actually,
actually.
that is closer than I realized.
Yep.
Can't bow sweepy.
So
He's got
yeah,
to get 2 power. But if he does a good hit now into Loki, he'll be able to do it.
yeah, because if he either pings him for 1 or does any damage, yeah, he should have the power to do a bow and let him win the point.
Yeah, Schmidt essentially would be giving up 2 VPs here to take a dicey attack into Loki and hope to do 2 damage to be able to hypnotic stare him off the point.
Yep.
2 VPs for Gundog with an extract on Mephisto and an extract on Loki. So right now the scoring is currently, assuming Schmid scored that north side, it would have been 3 for Schmid and 4 for Gundog. So Schmid's going to look to try to either go parity this round. Curtis said, I think you should walk to the point, heal 2 thing, then punch someone. So he's walking. Oh, he's going to try to score.
Oh, I think he needs to do the long move, yeah, to get
Yeah.
there.
Looks like he's going to just go with Dracula and choose the score that's secure. That's interesting. He's letting Gundog score 2 VPs on the north side, but Mephisto and Shadowlands are so stranded from everything else that they won't be able to really contribute to the game next round. Schmid consolidating his forces on the south side, I think, is actually really good for him. He's not going to have priority
Yeah,
because all according to plan is going to come into effect, but Gundog's dice need to be online at the start of next round. If he whiffs next round with his opening activation, it could be rough. So that's Dracula's activation done, and Shadowlands just moving up here to score those 2 VPs.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Yeah.
3 on Schmid's side and 4 on Gundog's side. So it's going to be 10-9. I
Yep.
assume we see
So
all
even
according to
though
plan here.
All according to plan, yep. But Schmid probably feels okay because you still have Sacrifice that's online, and you have, and Ironbound Books should be coming back, assuming they've chatted and like agreed that they've got it back again.
Yeah, and look, Schmidt's gonna move that VIP so that Shadowland just walks away. He's taking fourth threat out of the game. Yeah, Sean calls out in the chat, sacking a Dracula. I think Schmidt just played this really, really well. And is setting himself up to maybe close it out this round, just through attrition. He may not close it out in terms of VPs, but he might close it out here in terms of model advantage. Think it's... Ooh. And now Gundog moving the VIP. Looks like a lot of models are going to lose a power, but still have all according to plan online. So, if assuming Gundog's going to play all according to plan, who's the opening activation for Gundog? My gut says
Uh,
I would lean Loki, because maybe you can, if a sack goes in the Dracula, maybe you get the Bamboozle trigger, and you could maybe
hmm.
move him. I mean, you're not gonna be able to move him out of clapback range, but if you get the root, it could be good.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's see.
I, am guessing we see all 8 come off Shadowland Daredevil since he's not going to be able to use power this round to really impact the game. Yep.
Yep. And
And
maybe actually a couple from Mephisto,
yeah,
I would think.
exactly. Yeah, that's what he does. So he pays 10 power off of Mephisto and Shadowlands. Um, he played No Mercy at some point. I think we missed the No Mercy play. That's our bad. That must have been a while ago that we missed that.
Yeah, that's sorry, chat.
Based on the power here, I'm leaning that it's going to be a Loki activation.
I think so too. Maybe what you can do is you can go ahead and do the Mystic area and just sort of break up the sacrifice bubbles. Um, but that's also going to depend on how Schmid bumps in reaction as well.
Yeah, Convo. So I was saying earlier that Shadowland Daredevil and Gundog have a lot of different levers to pull, but you're also playing into a faction that bump creates a lot of interesting decisions for yourself. Okay. It looks like we're
Yep.
seeing power be paid off of Lady Sif, and she's going into Shang-Chi.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah,
So we're
thanks,
seeing,
Sweepy, for mentioning that Mephisto is one that got the No Mercy off of the Taskmaster days.
by the way, we're seeing 2 power paid for Master Swordswoman, then 3 power paid for the Spender. So it's going to be 7 die reroll all, including a single skull unlocked for Lady Sif going into Shang-Chi.
Yep.
I see Gundog moving around with looks like we're seeing. Is that a sack and a Dracula? I don't
With
think.
just 3
I don't
dice.
think so. Never mind.
Uh,
Okay. If it is Shang-Chi, then we're blocking 6. So that doesn't feel great. Master Swordswoman.
yep. Oh no, and you didn't get the trigger either. That's rough.
Yeah, that was in the Shang-Chi who's gonna block 6. And
Yep.
was that a
Doesn't have enough power to do the Dragon Chaser's tail though, so no displacement, I think.
Nobility asks, does he lose Swordswoman because of books?
I think the attacker does their target stuff first, and then when it comes to Schmid, the defender, he can then change it to a mystic. But I think you still get it because you still fulfill all of the initial. So you pay for the power when you're targeting with a physical attack, and then as long as you're still within 2, you still get those rerolls. That's my interpretation of the rules. So if I'm wrong, sorry, chat.
I did confirm he did play Ironbound books. It's still in the tray. I just didn't see who paid for it. I'm assuming Strange. Yes, Strange paid for it. Looks like he's considering a charge here with Lady Sif to get to the point.
Maybe another Master Swordsman attack would still make more sense because you still can potentially move from
Yeah,
from
you
that.
you need to kill. The move is a pursuit, right? I guess he's got an angle there for it.
Yeah, if you're hitting
Uh,
strange, I think you got it.
there was I guess there was a throw because I just saw Brace for Impact get played on Shang-Chi
Oh,
and on
oh,
Doctor
it was a
Strange.
crit. Was it a crit hit? Yeah, maybe I misremembered. It was a crit hit. I apologize. Yes, there was the trigger. I first thought it was a wild. Sorry, guys.
Okay. So Sif pays to be able to spend her again. This time into Doctor Strange. Schmid,
Yep, no
no
Master Swordsman, so
no sacrifice here.
yep,
Only 2 successes on Gundog's side.
yep.
Reverse Pierce from Schmid, so even if he rolls into something, yeah, unfortunate whiff from Sif.
Yeah, that's always tough. That's why I feel like sometimes like the Master Swordsman might be worth it over a raw spender. Sometimes.
Hard to say, right? Because now that he paid for Brace, I could see him wanting to get the throw, right?
That's true, yeah. But man, Ironbound books like he makes the strange like math so hard to figure out.
It's a great card.
Yep,
Like I was saying before, I think this CS list is difficult to pilot, but I think playing into Schmid's list is also difficult. You've got bumps, you've got Ironbound books, you've got reverse pierces, and you've got Dracula clapbacks, and you've got Warpath. So I don't think I know I personally would get dunked by this. I think there's a lot of things to figure out, and I think both players are actually playing at a pretty reasonable pace right now. So I think it's easy. I don't think Gundog's even really gotten gotcha'd this game either, right? I think he's played it pretty well. Um, right? We could debate later on about that Daredevil. I'm sorry, that Dracula attack, but I think it's all been pretty intentional, right? I don't think there's been a moment where Gundog did something and we were like, oh no, he didn't see that line.
yeah, no. I think that he made a lot of like good attack priority choices. Just that the dice haven't been cooperating with him as well this game. You know.
Yeah. So all in all, that was that was Lady Sif's activation, where she accomplished very little, but she did burn Brace, so I guess minor victory. And now Schmid has a lot of great options here. Schmid has
Yep.
Schmid has, I think, no real bad option to go with here. You might be concerned about Doctor Strange, with only 4 health left. I mean, he does have books up. You might be a little worried about ping damage from Loki, but I think you're pretty happy with any of the 3 models down there attacking Loki, especially if you play Plane. He's got power on Strange to play for Plane. Plane is what, 3 power or 2?
That sounds correct.
Yeah,
Let's
3
see.
power. So maybe we see a Plane of Poldock come out, eliminate Loki, and that essentially closes the game out. I think that's exactly what we're seeing here. Yep.
Yep. All right. So going into Loki, I assume this is strange.
Yeah. Great hit to start. 5 successes
Oh,
on 5 dice. No skulls on Schmidt's side. 6 successes, including a pierce. Loki blocking just 1. Does that just get him? Yes, it
I
does.
think that just gets him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even need the planes.
That's how it always goes down, right? I think that um, essentially closes the game out for Schmid because he's going to definitely be able to displace Lady Sif. He's going to be able to consolidate 3 extracts and that VIP to score 5, go up to 15 this round. And Shadowland, Daredevil, and Mephisto just walk. I think Wedding Party is actually one of the more difficult secures to play in this game. We have now Strange attacking into Lady Sif. I think Wedding Party is one of
Yep.
the most difficult secures to play effectively just because of the wide gaps that can be created.
I would agree with that.
3 successes on Schmidt's side, poking 2 damage through on Sif at the moment.
Yep.
And Just one shy of being able to teleport himself up. He presumably grabs the extract now after teleporting maybe Dracula. Yeah. Let Dracula double tap Sif.
Well, actually, Dracula just will move on to the secure point and just win.
Oh, she's injured, isn't she? So you don't have to displace anything.
Correct, yeah. So Sean could just walk onto the point to win the point. Dracula can just double walk to the other VIP to win it, as long as there's some gap for him to, like, sit on it somewhere.
There's a lot of shitbag talk in the chat. Nobility, I think we need a meat men another meat men video where we just give us the reverse tier list instead of the danger room tier list of 3 threats and 4 threats. We need the meat men shitbag tier list. Who are the biggest shitbags in MCP? That's also another reason I'm kind of falling off the Shadowland list. I like playing. If I have to play a model every single game, I kind of want it to be a good model. He does teleport Dracula up, opting to not pick up the scroll.
I mean, there's no reason not to pick up the scroll.
Flex? I don't know.
He gets it, no problem.
Listen, Curtis, I don't want to hear anything about Emma being a shitbag. Emma was a perfectly serviceable 4 threat. I'll take Emma Frost all day over Shadowland Daredevil.
Okay, so let's see.
Mephisto.
6-die attack
Yes. Yep.
going to Taskmaster.
Who's blocking all of it?
Yep, does get the incinerate though.
I'm just trying to see what lines, if any, Gundog has to turn this around. He would have to essentially board wipe Schmid next round.
Oh, yep. This is rough. Yeah, we're not doing enough damage. No damage to Taskmaster.
Well, that's the thing about the Shadowland leadership, right? You're not getting any rerolls into a model that's not holding anything. If
Uh,
you didn't watch the game between Curtis and Johnny earlier in the week, I recommend it because essentially Johnny played without a leadership the first couple rounds from what I was watching because Curtis just didn't stand on the secures. It was Fisk, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah. So it was Johnny essentially played leaderless for a couple of rounds.
Mm, that's rough. Yep. So not a lot of anything happening for Mephisto. So I guess Taskmaster can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, with Schmid, you don't really have to. So he's picking up with what was he picking up with?
Uh, could pick up with Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I think he. Well,
Yep.
he can't put 2 scrolls on him. There you go. Oh, he put a Daze token on Strange instead of a scroll earlier.
I was about to say, like why Strange Days?
Dracula and the Lady Sif.
Oh, okay. I did not expect that, but sure.
Six-die attack. Oh, it's Shang-Chi. He's just doing the flying kick.
Oh, okay.
And then he gets to
Uh,
punch and push Sif if he wants to.
yep.
Okay, I was getting confused. He put a lot of power on him. Okay, good. And even if he whiffs here, he gets to just push.
Yep. Looks like is going to be able to push some damage through and get the push.
Just one, but it doesn't matter. He was already scoring with Dracula over Sif anyway. And Shang-Chi over Sif.
Yep. Yeah, having two healthy characters at this juncture of the game is pretty backbreaking. Especially if at least one of them can move like a ton.
We had the same question, Nate. We weren't sure why he teleported Drac up instead of picking up a scroll. It
Uh,
doesn't show the scroll picked up on Strange either. Did he not pick up? He does. It is there.
It is there, yeah. So
He also didn't put an
I think
activated token on Strange. He's just
he's just kind of wilding out here.
I think Schmid
So
already won the game in his mind, and he's just waiting for Gundog to acknowledge it. That feels like a Schmid thing to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Schmid double walking with
So
Taskmaster here to just sit on the point.
yeah. So I think Nate he just assumes that we're just going to get the two scrolls and just win two of the two secures, and then we're just going to close it out for even 16.
Oh, chat saying Shadowland Daredevil can't double walk to the secure. I think is that what they're saying?
Shadowland can Daredevil can't what?
I think they were calling out maybe a walk, double walk from Shadowland Daredevil to get to the point, and Dracula blocks that.
Yep. But at the same time, you can just go to the side container and like still be on the point. So there's
Shadowland was also
given
it also doesn't matter because Shadowland's injured, so you just walk to the point and score over him either way, right?
right, yeah, yeah. So no matter what, I think Drac just like has the point.
Shadowland punching Taskmaster here, finally getting some rolls to go his way, but Taskmaster blocking two because of Martial Artist.
Yep, getting the reroll now finally. Didn't convert.
So poking three, live on
Yep.
one. The ninjas
Yep,
come
ninjas
in.
coming in. Did they finish the job?
Surely they must. Grunts always do that.
Two so far. Not bad.
Taskmaster blocking two. Oh, there the reroll gets him
Oh,
though. Hey.
yep. All right. Yep. Declaring getting the Ironbound books back with a flip up there. And then finally
Oh,
a nice
he's gonna score that way. Have Dracula walk
yeah.
over.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like he just does wolf form and just moves again. Yeah,
Yep.
easy peasy, no problem.
Well, that's obvious, and I just totally didn't catch that earlier. So he's what?
It's okay.
Scores exactly enough. Correct.
Exactly enough. 16. Clean and simple. Yeah,
GG.
no, I agree. He needed the teleport to make sure he gets there. So that was good.
Good catch,
Roll
chat.
there.
I guess we can join them.
Yep.
Congrats, Schmid.
Oh, thank you.
This is like
Well
this is
played.
like the third or fourth time now you've got 5 wins in the TTS league since the changes.
This is my fourth time.
Yeah.
This is 4 times the charm, they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Because you were
Knowing
5-0
my-
previously and lost to someone that had a loss, right? That's what happened last
Yes,
time.
I wonder who that
Oh, it was Gundog.
was.
Revenge. Revenge is a. Well, I mean, Schmid, you played a great game. I think you both did. Wade, the only question I think that we had during the game was the attack into Dracula with Mephisto. What were you thinking there? We didn't have a better line, to be clear. We just weren't sure.
So I was pretty torn on that because he had already used his counterattack for the turn. So I was thinking if I should just double tap into Dracula to try to injure him, like it was the only time I was going to be able to injure him, or try to remove an activation from Taskmaster. And I basically just didn't get to do either.
What did
So
Taskmaster did clutch up in that sequence. Say,
yeah.
What did you think about the matchup here in the Convocation? I think Convocation is one that I think most of us don't think about in our list planning, but it seemed like Schmid's list, and specifically Dracula, was a huge deterrent for what your list wants to do.
Yeah, Dracula is pretty worrisome. I was telling Schmid that like I didn't have a second 4, so Loki Bullseye I wish could have been Rhino Sam. Sam would have been really good against Shang-Chi.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that was what I really wanted to play. Like my initial thought was put Sam in, and then I just couldn't make the numbers work.
oh yeah, because I was thinking Sam would be coming in, grab your back one because you don't have like great people to grab. I mean, the grunts I guess are the next, but the car might have been in the way actually.
Yeah, I thought the car was in the way, and I didn't have anybody to pass it off to. Like range 3 from there is basically medium bases, so I could pass it off to Mephisto, but he wants to be on either side.
Yeah. For those people watching, when I bumped Taskmaster away from what's his name, Mephisto, I thought his basic attack was ranged, and I did not mean to put myself with no blanks on the bump. I just want people to know that like I just didn't know shit.
And then he rolled like 4 successes.
Yeah,
on
I
the
rolled. He
counter.
blocked already. I did not get punished for it for being farther away from like me attacking him next.
Okay, yeah, because I assumed that you just wanted to avoid giving him any more Devil's Deals tokens. That's
No,
all. Which
I would have been okay with that.
Okay.
I just pinging ping for one is it was more the I thought I was being really clever. I'm about to get out of range of this bitch. But I was
Yeah.
not.
Wait, do you
He's
think
like, I'll just
is there anything you think you would do differently, either turn zero deployment to maybe have influenced the outcome of this game? I'm not 100% sure, but maybe I don't know if it mattered that much if Schmid went up on extracts round one, because it felt like this was very much just an attrition fight.
Yeah, for sure. That was basically my thought with Shang-Chi when I was pushing here. There was like a thought where I push him towards Bullseye and just like start the train of Bullseye pinging him to death. I think looking back, I probably could have pushed him to where uh, Sif gets on the point and Bullseye gets a damage. So like trying to whittle down characters sooner, probably.
But yeah, I think him giving 3 air quotes, but he has a lot of midline pressure, and so like it also gave him a secure, right? Like, cause
Yeah.
I mean, I could have. I guess I tried with Shang to like put me. I was on both. Twice.
I really tried to bait you into bumping Magic onto the point.
Nope. For what, Sif?
Yeah, for Sif. Like,
Yeah,
I
well,
did
you
the
got
ping
you
damage
got
with
the attack
Bullseye.
anyway. To be fair, you got to like. Sure.
Yeah, I
I
did.
should have bumped farther back. Like when you ping me, I actually, you know what? It was double because I was like, I'm gonna be, and then I'm like, oh, he's gonna ping me back, and I'm behind the building, and Sif can't get me. Like just got there, and I was like, well, damn.
Was this your wedding party, Schmidt, or was this Wade's?
His.
Okay.
It's mine.
Wedding.
Okay.
Do you think Wedding Party is I know a lot of Shadowland Diddles players are playing it, but with the mobility in the list, do you think it's potentially problematic? Or is this
My typical Shadowlands Daredevil lists play more along the line of Infinity Formula Mutant Madman and just like
Okay.
shoot people from range. This is very new to me for the like Wedding Party Fisk Shadowlands, which I don't think is wrong because like it's very good with Mephisto, and Mephisto is basically the best character in the roster.
Yeah, he's super. I've dabbled with this list a little bit recently. I'm playing the Kingpin Shadowland duel though, and like Wedding Party is one that just I've played it a bunch in a few different affiliations, and it scares me if I don't have a lot of models I feel like can, or at least a couple of models I feel comfortable rotating, because if you collapse one side with the extract lead, it can get a little weird, which is like something Schmid kind of did here. But I'm not sure. I mean, you guys are better players than I am. Schmid, what do you think about Wedding Party?
I don't want it in my list, but I'm coming around to playing it more. I had like the Thralls duel to deal with it, and then I played it a couple times, and I think the problem is that when it moves, like if people move it well, which is getting it away like out from under Dracula thing, I hate moving to go back on it, and at least Convocation attacking me, I get to bump towards it, and so I have Strange, Shang, Magic. Everyone but Taskmaster and Drac has 3 of them have a way to get there.
Yeah.
Like back on it with bumps and stuff. And then the just naturally bumps I have to
Typically
so I actually don't like it with Thralls because you're so static that like Dracula stands there, they move it just over range 1, and you're like, I never went towards this point ever.
Yeah. Typically Mysterio's like an all-star on Wedding Party and Fisk, and I just like can't play that model in the Convocation.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great game. Schmid, I only have one last question for you, which is you removed the Thralls duel out of the list for today. Was that a Gundog meta call, or are you kind of over the Thralls thing?
I think it's too. I don't think it's required as much as I thought it is. Just because this list, this list can fight on the midline. Like it's not amazing at it, but Shang. I mean, there's no one. It's not like I have Wong and more. This list can brawl well enough, and the bump helps on this kind of stuff. Maybe Intrusions is the one that I'm. Fisk, maybe. It's more that I almost was like, maybe I don't playing the Convocation side. I have a local. I want to play the Convocation side of it. and so I threw in like Small and Rhino instead. I think it could be. It could still be there. I have an hour video on it, but it's just like I don't really love the leadership. I don't think it's bad, but like if two of the issues I wanted to solve were Fisk and Wedding Party, and I think that Convo leadership would be better on those just because of the movement, especially Wedding Party, then it's kind of like my purpose for it is like going down the drain a little bit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I was super tech for it. It's not like I was like I need 6. I didn't take or any like super bleed synergies, so it's still there. It's fine, but
Do you have
it wasn't
Queen in your
forgettable.
list?
Say again?
Do you have Queen in your list?
Who?
Quia?
Fuck no. No. sorry.
Schmid doesn't play shitbags.
She's fine. I don't mind her. But
I
like,
think she's pretty reasonable now.
yeah, she's not bad. The problem is like you put her in here and I like she's fine. Like she's one of those models to me, and I haven't played enough of her to like really make this. But I'll make this guy. She's one of those models where like I can make some really good teams, and I think she would be useful. But then sometimes it's like hard to fit in my 11, my 10, because I'm like I don't feel the lack of her. Maybe is the better way. I don't feel like if she was here, I think she would have was like he's doing exactly his purpose. Just be a little guy that's not like her and Clea together where they're two shit back to back. So I really want to try maybe this weekend, like Taskmaster Wong Magic like core. And now Strange is really good, so it's really hard to justify not taking him, but like something like this where like at 19 just seems randomly interesting, being like I just didn't take Strange and I took just think of Magic as the leader. It's like New Mutants. Yeah, it's like New Mutants but better, right? Like New Mutants with a leadership, like a real model, and you get cards with it. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's always little. I was not happy with some of my bumps early, but Wade played well and was attacking me.
Yeah, he played great,
finally, at the end, my attacks were like, I'm doing it now. He had when he spiked Magic, I was like, oh shit.
You ripped that model off the table, Nate.
That was like, oh
that was
my
wild.
God.
Yeah, Ghostier called that out in the chat. that model came off real quick.
Yeah, I was kind of excited. I was like, he's gonna give me.
Yeah.
You see me, I died of skulls because I'm like, I'm going in. I'm not being a bitch. I was like, give me like 3 power. I have reverse reroll. Give me some power. Let me maybe do something before I die. And then I died, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, this bubble of like Shang-Chi and Strange with sacrifice, I was so like, there's like no good target.
Yeah, I think if I had to, the 2 plays that I found myself, I'm a bragger, was the rotation of Drac to the left, or my left, right, to go back to this side, because there was 3 Skrulls here, and I had the point lead, so like, even if he ran one of the Skrull, like Loki away, as long as I sit here and win this with my 2,
Yeah, I noticed that early. Like after I all coordinate planned, I was like, I have to kill a model or I can't do anything. Basically, like if I move over and we're scoring 4-4, you're gonna win.
Exactly.
So Sif really didn't have a good way to pick this up. She could have and then like ran away, but I think she's just gonna get run down.
Yeah.
You think
And there was 2
Loki
over
might
there.
have been the better activation there over Sif?
Yeah, I thought about doing Clever Ploy, just like trying to bank on moving people, but
with Bump and like Warpath, it can get really. I mean, you could end up eating because I have counts blanks on him. He reverse pierces. Dracula was healthy enough that it didn't that much. He wasn't going to die in one, probably. Now it might have worked. It might have worked, but like it could also like you die to like.
Yeah, it's hard to say that any particular decision was better than other. Any play you were making was not a great percentage odds to work out, so it's hard to really be critical.
Probably
I was trying to put the spender for Sif into someone that couldn't reverse pierce me, so I was just like, let's hope I get a throw trigger, and then
the Sif activation did whiff that time too. The scariest attack that if I had Magic dying was the one where Loki did like 4 to Strange, like off the rip. Where I'm like, I'm 5 dice reverse pierce versus like 6. I got this. I can reroll my skulls. And then he did like 8 damage. I was like, I'm sad right now, and I'm rooted. I
Sad
was
Andrew.
just sitting there like this is not
Yeah,
good.
portal costing 5 is a steep build.
Yeah, and I didn't activate him. I let him. Sif got him. Sif was a good model. Sif
Yeah,
was your
this
best.
is great here, like being able to charge on the point basically every turn.
Yeah, I like Eric here too.
Well, fellas,
Because even if he gets hit with the power minus gen, a lot of this chargers, if they get on it, they have power and they can't charge next turn. So she can always, which is nice. Sorry, yes, I know it's your bedtime.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, thanks for letting me stream. I appreciate you reaching out, Schmid, for it. Gundog, thanks for coming on. And
Yeah,
good
thanks
luck
for
to you
having
in
me.
your last game, Schmid. Hopefully this is the one you 6-0, buddy.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks.